Hello, hello everybody. How are you? Looks like my mic is working using these fancy little AirPods. Just muted myself. Whoopsie. Hello everybody. What's going on? Yeah, as you guys probably saw in the message that I sent very short while ago. So please don't worry if you're seeing this after the fact. This was not at all planned very well. So as the title of the video suggests, there has been a pretty large lack of content over the past couple of months, and that's not fun, right? You guys are here, subscribe to this channel, and following Just Right Music for videos on music education and songwriting and all that super fun stuff, and not a lot going on, right? Well. I do want to address that. The lack of content has been predominantly due to some pretty major personal troubles that I've been going through the past couple of months. Obviously, the pandemic is a big part of this as well, along with some other very complicated and frustrating things. It's really taken a toll on me, as maybe you can see. Look at me! Oh my gosh! And it has not been fun. But what I do want to tell you is that we're not going away. Just Right Music isn't going away. We're still going to continue. In fact, I've been really struggling, and not struggling, but really like doing as much work as I can, finding a new way to arrange my workflow with the videos so that I can get them out a little bit faster without without degrading the content. That's obviously the ideal thing. We don't want the content's quality to dip, but I am looking into ways to streamlining my workflow and making it more efficient. And I found a couple of great ways of doing that. I'm new to this, right? I've just started making videos like for this right now, for Just Right Music. So I am new, and I'm still working on my workflow and trying to get a good and efficient, productive workflow in. And I found that to be challenging. My other jobs as well take up some of my time, and I do wish I had more time to devote to this. But alas, money is a thing, and you need that thing to, eat and pay rent and all that type of fun stuff that a lot of us are struggling with at the moment right now. And I feel anybody else is struggling with that, I'm sure I'm not in the worst position. I guarantee there are many more people who are in far worse positions than I am, and I am very privileged to be who I am and in the position I am in. That doesn't negate the stress and the frustration and the troubles that I am feeling. Both are true, right? So, like I said, Just Right Music isn't going away. I have tweaked my workflow a bit. I'm finding ways to tweak my workflow to streamline everything so that videos come out faster, and more consistently. That's kind of the big thing. So in light of that, and in preparation of that, I am not going to release a video for the rest of the month. I may keep going live like I have been doing. Today is a bit much different live video than it has been. I've been trying to kind of scrunch my content into the live video because that's just how little time and energy I've had recently to devote to this, which makes me really sad because this is something I care deeply about, and this is like my baby. It's my passion project. It's a one-man operation. I am doing this all myself, and I'm doing this because I love to do it, and because I want to do it, and I want to keep doing it. So, in that sense, no real video for the rest of the month. I'm instituting my new workflow next week. I already have a few scripts written, so a few, literally about 3 scripts written. I'm going to be working a lot more, getting a lot more scripts out there, and I'm going to start shooting and filming and batching all of this stuff next week. Okay, so more videos are coming, more content of that is absolutely coming. I do want to apologize for the lack of consistency. That's not something I want in this channel and in this organization. and in this endeavor, I want consistency, and I want to develop a community and interact with you guys in a meaningful way and in a consistent way that goes beyond just, going live once a week and giving you a couple of pieces of advice. I would like to go more in depth, and that's exactly what I intend to do. But I will say that we are going to be incorporating in the future some more lifestyle and type content. What I mean by that is, say you're already writing songs, like many of us already are. Like if you're a songwriter, if you've written any song, if you've written one song, you're a songwriter. But sometimes it's not easy to get in front of the keyboard or pick up the guitar or get in front of the computer. That's not always easy, and I want to cover that because that's not something we really talk about, and it's something that I really take to heart because it's something that I struggle with and still struggle with for a long time. And thankfully, I have a really, really great teacher who's helped me through that, and other support systems in terms of mental health and physical health and things like that. So that's essentially the deal. We're going to be adding some more lifestyle type of stuff. We're going to be talking about things that people don't really want to talk about, things like depression and anxiety, mental illness. We're going to talk about the freelancer life. We're going to talk about how to manage those things and be a freelancer and still stay sane, which is a lot harder than people think. We're going to talk about building structures and routines and being successful, not just in our craft, but also in our lives and that way our lives affect our craft. It's so important, and I am honestly like just kind of shocked at how little content there is out there about being a freelancer or an artist and dealing with kind of everything outside of the art. There are some like music business resources out there, some really, really great ones. There's a ton of audio engineering resources out there. That's a lot easier of a field to create content for. You just get a screencast, just boom, but lifestyle stuff is a lot more like kind of this talking head type of things. We will talk about that though, and we will keep talking about music theory, fun chords and chord combinations that you can use to achieve cool effects. The theory that we'll talk about is going to be almost entirely practical in nature. Nothing, I won't give you anything that will directly enhance or elevate your songs and your craft and your music. That's why I'm here. If I'm telling you that to get up every morning and go for a run, there's a reason that that's going to happen. Oh, well, that has nothing to do with theory. I don't know why I just said that. Oh man, I don't have any notes or anything. I'm just winging this right now. So that's why I'm a little bit all over the place. But yeah, if I'm telling you that like go learn some intervals or like learn like at least know what intervals are and kind of like how to count them, learn some basics, like that's really important to know. You can build a lot of stuff off of that. I probably won't tell you to go learn intervals. They're not super necessary for being a proficient songwriter. Absolutely helpful. Yes, I do think you should learn it. I don't know if I'm going to tell you as like a must do type of thing. It's not as practical than say learning like functional harmony or something like that. Learning like what a cadence is, learning what dominants are, and that kind of thing. I actually do have a video. It's all written, it's all scripted. It just needs to be shot and edited, which is like 90% of the process. No. But I do have a video all about chords and all about chord functions and how that works. So that is something that you'll be seeing from this channel in the future. Yeah, so the future is looking bright. Things have not been bright lately, and I have found a way to lighten things up a little bit and illuminate. I'm gonna drop the light. It's not working anymore. So yeah, so thank you guys so much for being here. Please, hit the like button if like you want to. I know this isn't a normal like live video. This is much more of a like, hey, I'm sorry, but things are gonna get better type of video. And that's okay. Hit the like button if you've ever had to make a video like this, if you've ever had to have a conversation like this to maybe a boss or a client or something, just be like, hey, things suck right now, but I'm gonna do better. This is not the first one of these conversations I've had with a client or with a student or with like a content manager for one of my other positions, one of my other jobs. So that is the deal. That is the story. Hit like if you ever had to have one of these conversations. It isn't necessarily the most fun, but it is intimate and it is truthful and genuine and authentic, and that's important. It's important to be serious sometimes and to be authentic sometimes. I do like to joke around. I do like to be silly. That is definitely part of my personality and how I present myself, if you haven't guessed. Um, but I do believe in the power of real, purposeful, truthful, and serious conversation. And that's what this really was for me. And yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. It really does mean a lot. I hope you guys will stick around. Please subscribe, like some videos, watch some videos. There are still some videos out up on the channel. The live videos I have been doing do have some really great pieces of advice to give. What we talked about, why you should learn an instrument if you're a songwriter, particularly if you're like an in-the-box producer, why you should learn an instrument. We talked about like some fun chord types that are really fun to use, that are really useful and really expressive and cool in that sense. And there was one other that's kind of slipping my mind right now that we did. So September, we're going to be going back to weekly videos, and we're going to be in, this new streamlined workflow will be in full force, and we'll be back on track. School's coming back, Just Right Music is coming back, except we don't do homework. Homework, it's not fun unless you're really into the class, and homework is awesome, which is the case for me sometimes. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you guys so much for hearing me out, letting me rant about how awful things are for me. Didn't mean that the way it came up, but how awful things are for me. And I'm sure you all are also dealing with a fair amount, at least a fair amount of stress. And honestly, I want to share a really quick piece of advice that I just heard from my teacher. And that is, writing music should never be about something that's like, you shouldn't take it too seriously. He was quoting a composer who was very, I don't know if it was John Cage or something like that. He was, my teacher was saying to me that the best reason to write music is because it's something to do and because you enjoy it. So write some music because it's something to do, and it has nothing to do with the pandemic. It has nothing to do with, well, maybe it has nothing to do with your job. If you are already a professional in some capacity, whether you're an instrumentalist or a songwriter or a composer, write something that's outside of a project that you're doing for a client, or outside of something that you're rehearsing for a performance online, which I hope you're only performing online. Please don't go in front of people. Please don't gather. Please don't do that. And yeah, do it because you love it and because it's something to do, not because you feel like you have to do it, not because you feel like it's calling to you, or if you feel like if you've had a dry spell of writing, it has no bearing on you as a composer. Or a songwriter. It has no bearing on you as a person. It doesn't mean you're not cut out for it. It doesn't mean that you're not good. None of that stuff is true, though that is what your mind will try and tell you. Unfortunately, brains can suck sometimes. Brains can suck sometimes, especially our brains. They're weird. We tell ourselves weird things. But yes, have a fantastic weekend. I will see you guys again in 2 weeks. There may or may not be a live video next week talking about something I have not yet decided, but I wouldn't count on it. I really do intend to make these next 2 weeks all about making the legit, regular content that was coming out previously. That content will change, like we were talking about. The content will change a little bit. We're going to start putting in some lifestyle stuff, just like I was, telling you not to listen to your brain because your brain is going to try and make you feel bad about yourself. We're going to be talking about things like that. We're going to be talking about methods and techniques and, kind of mind tricks, Jedi mind tricks, but except we're Jedi mind tricking ourselves so that we are happier people, and happier with our art and happier with what we are what we're doing with our time and with our craft and how we elevate it. And that is super duper duper important that people don't learn, people don't talk about. I don't know why. I could literally just keep going on. I'm going to be a broken record about this if I don't stop. So, again, thank you guys for being here. My name is Avi from Just Right Music. You can catch it at the beginning. I don't think I even actually said it at the beginning. That's my bad. I'm Avi from JustRightMusic.com. Have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you guys real soon. Okay?